को कभी आपने जीने ना दिया. What a beautiful line from a beautiful old song. And it says, hey, you never let me live in peace. Interesting. Of course. And yeah, the most important thing is it sounds familiar. Correct? Wow. Hey everybody, welcome to another brand new episode of United Voice of Women, and what we plan to do today is shine some light on peace within. Yes, this is Vani and you are watching ManaTv TV5 from the studios at New Jersey, USA. UVW. An ode to women, a celebration of women, empowerment of women, and inspiration by and for women. That's what this platform is all about, and that's why it is so unique, because this is a platform where we are hosting, inviting women from all across the board, from every walk of life, from every culture, from every community, from every country even. We had somebody from Brazil recently, and I actually have a friend coming up from Poland, and I'm sure we'll be having lots of women from many other countries as well joining us here. And these are women that are just like you and me, you know. They are women that are around us, they are women that are among us, and why we want to talk to them and why they want to be our friend and come here on this platform, and why they want to share their personal experiences in terms of their personal and professional lives is because, you know, everybody's experience could be a inspiration, a motivation, encouragement to us with women that we can relate to. So that is a very simple funda. And why we want this? Because we want each one of us to be able to live a complete and fulfilling life every single day. When we talk about life, it's not just about the whole life, it's about right now, right here. So we are talking about happiness every single day, every single moment. So these things are not possible without sharing with somebody, without hearing somebody's experiences, because everybody thinks differently, and that is what we bring to the table of UVW and all of you beautiful people. If you are all set to meet the guest of today, I must say we've got two gorgeous ladies, okay? Both of them are all about peace in body, mind, soul, heart. It's all about keeping that peace, you know, coming to terms with things that really work for you, that don't. We will go in detail with all that, but I guess it's time for me to say hello, and you can join me to say hello. A big hello to Shubda Bajpal, and welcome to UVW.
Hi there.
Thank you so much for being here today.
Oh, you're most welcome.
Thank you. Okay, so Shubda is a mother of two. She's a homemaker and she's also an entrepreneur. She has a store, a frozen yogurt store. Now that calls for everybody to get there, and we'll check with her where they're located, etc. Right? Because why not? If we know somebody that's got a store, frozen yogurt, I think we should all run to it on a summer day especially. Once again, thank you so much for joining us, Shubda. And now coming to our second guest, we have Khushi Sinha.
Hi,
welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for being here. It's a total pleasure. By the way, this beautiful lady here, she is a UX lead at Verizon, and she writes about positive psychology, and she's a model, and she's a mom of two. Wow. So to both these beautiful ladies here, thank you for being here. Welcome to United Voice of Women, and we cannot wait to talk to you and see what today we will discover, what today we will learn, okay? And by the way, when both of you just talked to me about little things about yourselves before we came in front of the camera, what I thought was, like we discussed possibly, that the best thing that would describe what you people do and what you're all about is peace.
Yes, absolutely.
Right?
Yes.
So let's say peace.
Peace.
Peace, all right, peace it is. So you know what? The entire world seems to think that they're lacking that one simple thing, that is
yeah.
peace.
Yeah.
So I thought that song just came to my mind, you know, चैन से हमको कभी किसी ने जीने ना दिया.
And that was so
beautiful.
apt.
Right? I mean, I thought that would be perfect to connect this little
Yes,
thread here about what
exactly.
we're
That was so
talking
apt.
about. Thank you. Now, I'll ask you something, Shubda. So, among all these things that you do, being a mother, being a homemaker, of course, and an entrepreneur, and you know, busy with business, etc. How and what would you describe peace as to you?
For me, peace would be finding solace in what you have and not running behind what you don't have, and trying to help others. That gives me a lot of peace. And
no, I mean, that is beautiful. And you know, you gave actually a lot of clarity already there, you know, Shubda, because you seem to know that instead of going behind something that you do not have, how about making peace with what you have?
yes,
What can be more beautiful? And you couldn't have told it better. Do you know? I mean, you told it perfectly.
I completely agree with that.
Right? And beautiful way of putting it too. So now Khushi, you are all about, मुझे पता नहीं क्यों लगता है, खुशी बोले तो खुशी खुशी खुशी,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
It's all about
she is.
happiness. It's all about happiness. And I think that's what you spread, the way you talk, the way you relate to people and connect, etc. That's what I felt about you, that you were all about Khushi, happiness.
So for me, Vani, I must say that happiness is all about, you know, we all are looking for one thing in our life, that is connection with ourselves. So when we talk about happiness, it's basically when we know ourselves, we accept ourselves to who we are, and we are not torturing ourselves by because of some self-imposed beliefs or the belief system that has put on ourselves by other society, by the society. So I feel the peace within comes when we find ourselves, who we truly are, and then we live by that.
That itself was an aha moment over there again. Beautiful. Khushi, no wonder you're a positive psychology writer. I mean, you write about it, etc. But this was a beautiful way to put it. But I'll ask you a follow-up question that comes to my mind when you say what you said. I totally agree with what you said, because unknowingly I found myself. I didn't even have to really search. Lucky, maybe,
I can say
blessed.
that. I can say that by seeing you, by seeing you are doing what you are passionate about, I can see that you know who you are and what is important to you.
Right. I mean, I never actually knew that it was a journey that takes you through realizing it, because I think it just came to me naturally. And I would say I'm blessed. Definitely, definitely
yes,
blessed.
you are blessed. It's very, very, very important to find your passion. Sometimes people struggle finding that, and you are blessed that you found it already.
Thank you. And like she said, finding your own self,
Yes.
right? Knowing who you are and what you can do and what you cannot do. And I just thought that was so simple and so easy, because I know that I'm not good in this, and this, so this is not for me. I know I'm good in this, I'll stick to this. And it just came very naturally to me.
That's
but
true.
now, as I grow up, I realize it more, that is, like you said, the biggest issue people have.
Yes.
Knowing who they are.
That's true.
Right? That's how you started off.
It's more than knowing, it's more than accepting who they are. So because we see ourselves through eyes of the society. What is right, what's wrong. So when we were growing up, it was like, oh, if you are growing up and you want a good career back in India, then you have to be an engineer or a doctor or an entrepreneur, go to the MBA and things like that, right? But it's no longer true, because if you come to US, you see it's a land of opportunity, and then it's such an eye-opening thing that, you know, you can make a career in anything, you know, any field.
So true.
So it's accepting ourselves and not judging ourselves. That's the main thing.
Wow, that's a beautiful thing again. You know, I never realized this before, that more than knowing who you are, I think accepting yourself just the way you are is the key.
Yes.
Yeah, is the key to peace, finding peace.
The key to peace. Wow, I like this. I think this is going to be very, very interesting. So, Shubda, why don't you tell me a little more about your life and how was your journey that brought you to this understanding that peace is what is really important, and how did that come through? I know that you actually fought some battles with your health.
Yes, a lot of them, I should say. It would be hard to pinpoint when it actually started because it has been a really long journey. Initially, I would say I was fighting with my body to get back my health, to get back my energy back, to get back my energy. But then later, I found out throughout my journey that I was not supposed to fight with my body. I was supposed to accept it the way it was. And I should try and understand what it is telling me, and I should learn what it wants to tell me and accept it and find the way towards peace, accepting my body. So initially when it started, I was diagnosed with hypothyroidism, which is an autoimmune disorder. So you might want to know what's an autoimmune disorder.
Yes.
So autoimmune disorder is something in which your immune system starts attacking your healthy cells. Your immune system basically is supposed to fight for you. It is supposed to fight foreign bodies. It is not supposed to attack your healthy cells, but that's what happens in an autoimmune disorder.
Wow.
So I realized I have an autoimmune disorder, and modern medicine doesn't have a curative medicine for it. So what they do is they'll give you autoimmune suppressants and steroids, which in turn affects your body in long term. So it doesn't cure your body, but it just puts a band-aid on it. So once you take off that band-aid, you are again going to see the same health issues. So I was I was running from doctors to doctors and finding answer to it. What exactly is this? How can I get better? I mean, I can keep taking steroids and immune suppressants, but I'm not going to get back where I was. I'm going to take this medicines for lifetime, and the steroids are going to affect me more. So I wanted to go rather a different route where I find a healthy self and a long healthy life. So I think my first thread to it was Khushi, because I met her at a friend's place and we started talking about our health. We shared our story, and then I realized, okay, there is some other person who shares the same problem. Though she doesn't have autoimmune disorder, but there were a lot of similarities in our health issues, and she told me how she has gotten better, how she has found a path to it, and how she has approached a holistic way towards a healthy being. So I started Googling it, and the Google spiders told me that there is a way to put this autoimmune disorder in remission. And then I researched a lot. And the stress kept on increasing that why I'm not finding an answer. But at last, my research, I mean, I would not suggest people to go and Google and find answers to it. You should also go to doctors and make it clear that, okay, this is what the problem is, because diagnosis is very important.
Mm-hmm.
You just can't relate your symptoms to what Google says and then conclude that you have this. No, check with the doctor and then conclude what problem it is. But there is an alternative path to it. So I found that, and the path to it was by healing through food, which is our basic necessity. Food is something people relate to easily, and who can imagine food can be medicine, and it is actually a medicine. So I followed the path of alternative medicine and changed my lifestyle, changed my food style, changed my eating style. And what you do to heal your autoimmune disorder is you follow an AIP protocol, which is a complete elimination diet where you eliminate all the allergens in your food. So initially you start with elimination, and then slowly you start introducing eliminated food in your diet. It's a long and a very, very hard process. I won't say it's easy. It was difficult, because think about it, we Indians are used to eating rice and rotis, and you have to eliminate that, which is not easy at all.
Totally.
Yes, we are used to eating samosas. Who can think of a life without samosa, right?
Now you're making me hungry for a samosa. Sorry. Yeah, but wow.
No, but then Gluten and dairy are the those are the most basic allergens. So I started initially with wheat and gluten and dairy, and then it helped me, but I won't say I was cured or I went into remission. But then I had to follow AIP protocol, which helped me a lot. And I also changed my lifestyle a lot. I started, meditating, doing yoga, which helped me a lot to relieve my stress, my anxiety. And yes, the autoimmune protocol helped me a lot. The change in food and lifestyle helped me a lot. So I have healed myself through food. I have gotten into remission with my disease, and I love it.
And I'm so proud of her and being part of her journey.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and she has been the most important part in my journey. Most important.
Wow.
Along with my husband and my family, who have been so supportive. Because there were times I didn't used to sleep. I was always very anxious, very angry, very frustrated, and my husband had to go through all that.
Yeah.
So he has been a big support system, as well as my kids. My family has been a big support system for me to go through this journey. And I have learned a lot through this journey, because it has taught me that you should learn to accept the way you are and find peace with it.
Yes.
Because that's what is gonna help you have a peaceful life.
Wow. Shubda, I'm actually short for words. Very profound. The way you actually explained it with such clarity and such beauty and such confidence, because you really are in that state of mind, body, soul, where I think everything is synchronized.
Yes, you can say that.
Right, because this clarity, this confidence with which you spoke about this whole
Exactly.
journey of yours clearly shows me that you're totally in. It's like a symphony now. Your body and your mind and
What
your
a
soul.
beautiful word too.
Right? Yeah, it really sounded like one. When I was listening to you, it was really profound. Okay, beautiful, and
Thank you.
to somebody who's been like the way you described her, she was more like a guru, right? Who actually was able
Now
to.
she is my guru, by the way.
That's beautiful, right? What would you like better? Right? So, your student is much better than you, you wouldn't want anything better.
Right.
But what I wanted to say was that if you are able to explain things so beautifully, saying that whatever you understood and learned was all from Khushi, so I'm just waiting to think that what is going to happen to me when I start listening to Khushi here.
Oh, it's nothing gonna be extraordinary, because she put it in such a beautiful way that I'm also very impressed. Because it's all about our life's journey. Whatever
Yes.
we are learning through our own experiences, and when we learn and we put it in our own words, it becomes automatically powerful.
Yes, and her journey is different from yours.
Yes.
From mine.
Yes.
Everybody's journey is
It's
different
different
here.
and unique.
Unique. And that's
yes.
what makes each one of us so special,
So
I
special.
believe. Isn't it?
It is, absolutely.
we still have the basic same life and lifestyle, but then everybody's journey is different.
Yes.
Right? And how we handle it
Yes.
is, I guess, the most important part. So now we would love to hear what's your story, Khushi.
I would love to tell that.
Yes,
So
please.
I came here. I'll start from there. In 2003, I
Absolutely.
came here and started working, and then I had my son. Who in 2005 I'm talking about, and then I started, putting my emphasis more on my family, and took a little break in my career. So, and then I had my daughter, and my career was on and off, but it's not completely off. My family took more focus in my life. Then there was a point, then I realized when my kids were growing up, I realized that I am a very good mother. I have a job. It's not that I didn't have a job. I have a job. I'm happy. I have a great husband. I have very supporting, mother. I have really supporting brother. My little brother, who is 8.5 year old. Hi.
Hi.
8.5 year younger than me. So he's very supporting. I have a very supporting family, friend circle. But I realized that something was missing, and that was in 2012 I'm talking about, when I had my daughter as well. She was born in 2010. So I started questioning myself, that what is it that I am missing? What I'm trying to find when I have everything that society tell me, or not even society, but ideally I felt that it's going to complete me. What is that?
Can I ask you a quick question?
Sure.
How did that question come to you? Was it clear?
It was loud and clear, because the anxiety I was having inside, the uneasiness I had inside, which was clear indication that, something is missing. What is that? And I had a job, I had family, I had money, I had everything. What was that I didn't have? Then I started finding myself, and then how I found myself is like I started living the way I am, what I like. I started, I tapped into my inner child. I played with kids in the leaves, in water, in rain, whatever I could do. I started celebrating my inner child, and then realized on top of that I keep building, understanding myself.
Do you want to explain that when you say you started playing with your inner child?
Yes, of course. So my daughter had helped me a lot. So when you have kids, younger kids around you, so you automatically tap into your inner child when you are playing with them. But I never felt the way that, I'm a grown-up, so I should act in this way. No, I will be the one. If you see the fall leaves, you will see me rolling on the leaves, and not just that, I will be picking up, collecting the leaves, and throwing it all over. And somehow my husband initially thought, okay, and then he started picturing me, photography. He started doing that because he felt, okay, I'm enjoying, so let me enjoy. And then I started making my own collection of those photographs, and then I realized that something was happening inside. I was finding something when I was revisiting those pictures, those moments, because I used to look at those pictures, and I used to feel, then you are revisiting those moments, right?
Sure.
And then I realized that no, there were so many self-limiting beliefs people have, that we think that we have to live in certain way, and if you break those belief systems and then you live on your own terms, then something magical happens, and then you find yourself, and that magic happened with me.
Wow, that is so interesting. I mean, these are things that we don't really seriously
Think about.
observe. First of all, before we think, I guess we need to at least observe, right? That, this is what I'm doing, this is what's different about me. And that takes a lot of to be able to get that kind of awareness. You think that's just an individual thing?
It's more about giving yourself time and importance. We give time to our kids, we give time to our family, to our team, to our office, work, whatever, but do we give that time to ourselves? So that's what I was talking to Shubda about, what celebrities are actually, so that might be a good analogy here. So we were discussing that, about the celebrities, and I tell Shubda, we all are celebrities in our life, because if you think about your own life, who is the main character in your life? You are not a camera, so you are the main character. Right?
You're the leading lady of your
movie.
movie.
Lady, exactly. So
you are the heroine of your own story.
Yes. So when we think in that way, the whole perspective change, the mindset change, and it's not wrong to put yourself first. It's not wrong, because once your cup is full, then only you will be able to give it to others. That's what I realized. And that's how.
You girls are so amazing. You're giving me goosebumps. It's so beautiful. I mean, such simple facts about our own selves.
And I would like to add to her that women generally, they don't care for themselves. Their nature is to take care of their family, take care of their house, take care of their work, and they never learn to tend to themselves or their feelings or what their body is saying. And it's really important, because if you are not healthy, how are you going to take care of your family or others around you? So it's very important for us to first think about ourselves, and that's not at all being selfish.
I love that. Let's give a big hand to that. Yes? You have to clap too for yourself, because this is a beautiful thing you just said. It's so important for everybody. If you do not take care of yourself, how will you take care of others,
Yes.
right? And it's not selfishness.
That's true.
It is just not selfishness
It's
at
self-love.
all. It's self-love.
Yes.
That's what all I am all about all my life. But you know, I've never really figured these things out this beautifully. You know, I won't say I took this for granted. I definitely realized that I'm blessed, right? That I have been able to be just me. A lot of people do say that. I mean, even my younger sister treats me like a baby. I mean, so that answers it all. Everybody treats me like a kid, all right? So I know that I'm different. I realize that I'm different, and I think that I'm blessed, all right, because I'm able to stay happy in every situation. I know that. And when you just talked about a picture, you know, looking back at your pictures, and it so happened that yesterday I was looking at some picture, and for some reason I wanted to get back to the album to see that picture in real. I mean, I had it on my phone, but I knew that I had a copy of it, and I just wanted to look at it, and I went there. And when I went there, there were so many other pictures that got my attention, and then finally I saw one picture, and it just stopped me in my tracks, and I really loved that picture. It was many years ago. I was smiling. I was in Singapore with a friend, with my school friend. All right, I was with a school friend, and I had been to that place after I had lost my baby. Okay, so I saw that smile, and I thought, wow, I think I did not smile like that for a very long time while I was in New Zealand. You know, that was the thought that struck me when I watched that picture, right? So when you're saying something like that, I said, wow. So I really, I mean, I'm always usually smiling, so I never remembered that there was a time when I was not. You know, and when I looked at that picture, so sometimes pictures tells you some stories, right? And they get to help you understand something. And last night it was really something that I looked and I thought, wow. So I really had not smiled for a long time. You know, for the first time, I got to acknowledge it for myself looking at that picture. So, like you people are saying just now, that it's all about paying attention to yourself. Right, looking within. Give time to yourself, like you said. If you start looking, you will see so many things. You'll hear to a lot of things. Right. I never knew what was. You know, you said, what did you say? The inner child inside me. I started playing with my inner child. I didn't even understand it. Right, and that's what I've been doing, because I act like a real kid anyway. Playing with all that stuff. I see poodles and I'll go stop in it, you know. So yeah, we do that, but I don't think we realize these things the way you guys are putting it in perspective. Tell me more. I can't stop you like this, but you know, I wanted to go over it because I want to be able to understand, you know, this journey, though it is in front of a camera. For me personally, what I'm doing here, it's my own journey of wanting to understand a lot of things that I did not understand for many years, and even now I don't. There's so many things that I don't know about. There's so many things I didn't realize I didn't know about. And when I realized that, and when this show came to me, it has become totally my journey. So what I'm doing on United Voice of Women is wanting to learn from other women, so many things that I did not know before. And I'm thinking, along with my journey, I'm taking all my friends along this journey.
That is amazing, and it's
right. It's a huge opportunity that while you are learning, you're able to take it, you know, out to a place, a platform where there's so many others can join this journey and understand a lot of things in life.
It's interesting how we talk about the same thing in different ways.
Exactly.
You talk about journey, I also talk about journey. And then when you say that, sharing your experiences, I say share my light.
See?
Because I see things in terms of light, like we all see that we are like, because I'm quite a spiritual as well.
You say what? Light.
Light.
Wow.
So we are very spiritual. Like I'm very spiritual in nature, and it's not that I believe in any particular religion or anything. It's more I believe in myself, my inner being. So when I see my inner being, I say it's light. Because when I close my eyes and when I meditate, I can see nothing but a pure positive light inside.
Wow.
So when I see that, I see what if I can radiate that light and spread it all around the world, and then everyone can bask in that beautiful light, and and enjoy can understand and can feel what I feel when I meditate. So. But I know
That's
what
a
you're...
beautiful thought. The way you put it. See, I never was into or am into meditation or anything, but I always knew some things, for example, that I just want to negate everything in my way that's not giving me a smile. That's been my way of looking at things. I feel I do not want to exchange a single moment of smile with anything else. That's all I knew. All right. And I seem to talk about it like, hey, just negate it. When I'm telling to people, they don't get it. What do you mean by negating? It seems like a huge thing. How do you negate the negativity and, keep positive?
It's more like you're not ignoring or you're not being ignorant. Many things happen in life, which happens, right? And there are many things that are positive, many things that are not positive. We acknowledge it that, okay, we have this thing that is not working out for us right now, but there are so many other things that we have that are working us for right now. So what thought we are giving to this, it's basically, if many people call it law of attraction. The more energy, the kind of energy you produce, that kind of energy 10 times come back to you.
Back to you.
Give love, you spread love,
Tons
10 times, tons of love you will receive.
Exactly.
So that's the basic law of it.
So true. I believe in this, by the way. Right? I totally believe in it. There's an entire universe around us.
When you said universe,
the first time
you said universe, something is clicking here.
Exactly. I feel, why I say universe is because I feel everybody is involved in it. Right. Every person, every situation, every circumstance, everything around me, I feel is something that is making me complete anyway, right? So when I feel that everything is good to me. Right. I've never really found anybody bad. I've never found anybody being mean to me. So I relate to it because I know that nobody has ever been mean to me. I know nobody has ever been really bad to me.
So you are lucky because your brain is programmed in a way. If you talk in the terms of psychology, your brain is programmed in a way where you can see all things in a positive light. You don't have to see what's missing, but you are seeing what is there, right? But unfortunately, not all of us are there. And scientifically, it's proven that our brain is designed to look to feel the pain, because we are the way subconsciously we are trained. It's not when we are baby, we don't have that belief system or the training in our mind, but when we grow, as we grow our society or where we are growing in what atmosphere, we see the pain is inevitable.
Wow.
And then we feel like, okay, no matter what, pain is gonna come. And we start not celebrating those happy moments, and we just think about, when the pain is coming. Subconsciously we are doing that. So now it becomes, for us who are aware of it, now we know what problem is, and when there is a problem, it's easy to find the answer. We know the problem, then you can find the answer. So now you know that, okay, your mind is taking you in a wrong direction, but okay, there are so many things, other things that we will not fall in this trap. Let's look into what's good is happening in our life.
Wow.
And when we do that, so we train our brain to where you are. and not
that's
every people
interesting.
can be where you are, like you know,
Yes.
looking things into the positive way. And there's so many things.
With age,
to
I
it.
figured it out.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
I didn't really know it earlier, but as I'm
Right.
growing up, I can see that other people, they are missing a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, everybody seems to be missing it a lot. Just the fact that when people say that, Vani, we feel so happy when you're around, etc. It was fun earlier, okay, and then later on, I thought, what do I do? I actually do not do nothing. I was even telling you that I'm not in my family, for example, my sister, etc. They're very, very, very service oriented, like trying to help everybody. I physically don't really do much, you know. I really don't do much.
Yeah, it's just your positive energy
I
that spreads
think-
around.
I think so.
happiness.
So I have started thinking that, oh my goodness, so there's absolutely nothing you need to do in reality. You just are smiling and you're happy, so automatically people around you
So
get
you
happy.
found the main seed inside you. You have it. I mean,
found
for
the
us,
mantra to
yeah,
happiness.
mantra. Exactly. Thanks for giving me that word. For us, me, I had to reach to that point. So I had to start from a journey where I was not at that place, and where I figured out how, you know, analyzing those things and to reach to the point where I am right now. So when I see you and I tell you that yes, you have it all, in the happiness you talk about, it is the main mantra for having
Yes.
a happy life.
I just choose to it. All I knew, all I know. And even now, what I was trying to say is that for another person to feel happy, you don't even, what I've realized and which really stuns me is that you don't really have to do anything. Okay? You're just smiling and laughing, and people are feeling happy around you.
That's
Yes.
true.
Yes.
Which was a very, very huge realization for me when I recently, you know, got that part of it, you know, that I'm not really helping anybody. I was thinking about it somehow for some time now, that what is it, you know, that people feel that I am very nice or I make them happy. I'm actually not trying to do anything whatsoever. I'm just being me.
That's
I'm
true.
simply being me.
Being positive or being yourself is very
I'm
contagious.
just being me. I'm just laughing and having fun because I'm having fun, because that's what I do all the time. And then I thought that this is very profound, that somebody is just being happy by looking at somebody happy is a huge, huge, huge thing. That means people don't even really require
Right.
something big to happen. All right, or somebody to really go out of the way to do something for them, etc., to get that smile.
Right.
You can just sit down and keep smiling and be having a good time, and people around you automatically feel that was like a very huge realization. And you know what? Because you're all about psychology, etc. When I was doing my business school, there was psychology as a subject, and it just barely touches on the surface level. I know. Doesn't take you really deep into that subject, but I remember this one thing very, very well. They said that when a child is born, their mind is like a tabula rasa,
Okay.
which means it's empty.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, it's plain. All right, it's like a plain board. That's what's tabula rasa, and your experience is right upon it.
Right. Yes.
Right.
That's true.
So what I wanted to understand, because you understand psychology and you also write about positive psychology, etc. I thought I'll ask you this question: that when you say your experience is right upon your mind, you know, when you from when you're a child, and then you become that whatever is being written on your mind.
Right.
So what about siblings born in the same house? And if both of them are different,
Right.
why would that be? Because don't you think at home with, you know, basically as a child, you would have the almost same kind of situation? Atmosphere, situation, everything would be the same, isn't it? The energy, etc.
Right.
So why would you think there could be a difference?
To me, luckily, both me and my brother share the same energy. So it's very difficult for me to answer
Understand
and
that.
understand that. But there are many things, like it's about the child's nature as well, because it's not just the psychology, it's something that their interest also falls in place, you know. Then some people like to be quiet, they want to be within. Some kids are really, you know, outgoing and outspoken, and they want to express their presence in different ways. So what happens is, like, for me, like if you see, my brother is little on a quieter side, but I talk little more than him. So my way of expressing is, my joy is different, but that doesn't mean that my brother is not happy from inside. So like it's the nature as well. So are they, if they are unhappy, then it's a different story. Then we need to figure out why he's unhappy, or what is missing from, what is underlying reason. But if I say that my brother is not happy because he's not expressing his happiness in my way,
Yes.
then that's not true.
That's not true. I hear you. Wow. Yeah. I guess it's all about how everybody expresses
Yes.
themselves. That also
Right.
makes a lot of difference.
Right.
Right? Beautiful. Okay. So tell me something. She was telling me, Shubda was telling me that about the food and body, etc. How she actually understood and got into it was because of you.
Right.
So you were somebody into that space as well.
Right. So what happened with me is, I left my journey midway.
We were taking some breaks.
Right.
Yeah.
So when I started finding myself, I started finding my inner child. I became more active, and then I realized that what's going on with me, because I was 200 pound back then. And yes, I was 200 pound, and I was very sick from inside. I had like double pneumonia. I had like I used to finish 1 bottle of painkillers in 6 months. I was in like I had stress related pains, and I didn't know what's going on with my body. And doctors they were putting me on Cerebrax and painkillers and prescription medicines, and I said no, I need to put my foot down, and I need to understand what's wrong. So there were a couple of things going on. I found myself that I didn't pay attention to myself. I put myself in the back seat for a very long time, and suddenly I got that aha moment. Suddenly I got the uneasiness of, wait, where is Khushi? What's going on? I need to figure this out. Something is wrong. It's physically, it's mentally, it's emotionally. Then I got into yes. Then I got into, and when you are in your journey, you find people to help you out, to help figure it out, right? So when you are in this journey, we are here for you, and in our journey, you are here to bring our, shine our light to others.
Yes.
So I found people who started, who told me about the meditation. I went to a nutritionist. She told me about the vitamins and how I can help myself, with probiotics and things like that. And luckily, I knew about the gluten intolerance and casein intolerance.
So you had that?
Yes, I knew about that. This happens through my son because he is sensitive to it. So I said, okay, let me give it a try. And then once I went on an elimination diet as well, then I realized that okay, that was the one that helped. That was kind of causing inflammation inside my body. And once the inflammation was gone, my anxieties were less, my weight started getting control. I felt much happier and healthier. And so then I started saying, I felt better about myself. And I said, okay, so I listened to my body. I paid attention to it. What else? I wonder what else my body can do. And now where I am, if something happens, I don't rush to the doctor. I'm not saying don't rush to the doctor, but my way of dealing with it is first calm down, go into a meditative state, and just go and talk to your body, that part. I say, and I talk to my body. I treat my body as a temple. I refer it as a temple. I say, oh, I treat my body as a temple, and I'd say it loud, because whatever we talk loud, it's basically feeding in our subconscious brain. So if you say, oh, I am stupid, people use this type of terms a lot, right? Or negative terms. It affects your subconscious brain.
I didn't know that.
So if you say that you are strong, you're powerful, then you will become strong and powerful. If you say, oh, I'm lacking energy, then you will feel that that's happening to you.
I will believe that.
So I take my attention to that part which is not doing good, and I say, no matter what, I love you. Tell me what you need. Tell me what you need. Tell me what you need, and I'll give you that. And my brain asks me to drink water. My brain asks me to eat orange because I need vitamin C. My brain tells me to do things. So it's basically listen to your body, and then your body has mechanism to heal yourself. And then your brain tells you that eat this food is good for you, or no, I have to avoid these foods, this is not good for me.
You're serious?
Yes, I am.
Yes.
Your mind actually tells you all these things?
Yes.
Yes.
It's your gut
You
feeling.
have to learn to listen.
Yes.
And that's what most of the people don't do. They don't listen to their body. They keep abusing it. They keep stressing it out. They keep forcing it to do things sometimes you don't need to do. So people have to learn to listen to their body and understand it more. If you are seriously in pain, learn to listen to it. Go take rest, step back and take rest, and then you start doing other things. But first take care of your body, because it's really very important.
Wow. You know, I've always understood how to talk to my mind and my heart maybe, but I've never understood talking to my body. And I seriously would like to know, you know, because this is something really interesting. See, you guys are not teachers or in that profession that you're telling what you're telling me.
I haven't.
So
Yeah,
you guys have learned it organically for your own selves.
Yes.
So what can be more organic than that?
It's true.
Right? When it comes out from you guys, I think this is the most organic thing. So I don't know if I really even tell myself I should not be fat. You know? So I think my whole story starts from there. But now I know that, you know, with age and with weight, these two combination is not very good if you want to be agile and on your feet. You know, I get that now, that you know, if I get older and if I am continuing to be as heavy as I am, it might not keep my limbs very agile, and so I need to do something about it, is all I have figured so far. Okay. And so how do I talk to my body about?
Now, the first thing you should do is not talk about being thin or not talk about how fat you are.
Okay.
The first thing you should do is learn to strengthen yourself. You should always tell yourself that I want to be strong. It's not important to be thin, because every body is different. Every person cannot be a 0 size. Every person cannot be a size 16. For example, I can never be size 16 or 14, because that's how my body is.
Correct.
Somebody cannot be size 0, because that's how their body is.
I know.
But it's more important.
Forever I have been 14 and 16 in my life. I've never gone too much below that or over that, ever. You know, always stayed 14, 16.
No, it's more important to strengthen yourself from inside rather than being, you know, a perfect figure, because it's not really important.
Yeah,
That's true.
So never say I'm fat. Never say I want to be thin. Say I want to be healthy. I want to be strong. I want to strengthen myself, and that's more important.
Yeah, because I think that's what I'm doing. I don't care much about what I eat, but when I realized that, you know, my body, I want it to be really agile, and I feel that with age things do deteriorate. So I started doing strengthening exercises. I'm happy going to the gym and doing, you know, some weights for the legs and hands, and I do a little bit of Zumba and come back, and I feel that that's good enough for me, and it's getting me stronger in the sense that I can pick up bigger bags than I could earlier, and I feel, hey, I'm getting strong and I am good already. But what I'm trying to get at is I would like to be able to hear myself say it's time to drink water. I don't.
Oh, I'll tell you the secret, but before that, I'll try to tell you something that I just observed. I observe a lot. Sorry. So the first thing, Shubda, as Shubda told you, that she said it really true, that we have to focus more on what you know, what strong points are. Focus on the core strength, not just looking good. And I have made those mistakes, and you know that looking goes. I had, yeah, you know, I had to. I lost weight, but then I did it for a wrong reason. Then I realized, no, it's not, shouldn't be the motivation for me. My motivation should be the inner strength, and the core should be strong. But when we say that age and the combination of weight, it's inevitable, then we are in subconscious brain, we are saying that no matter what we are doing, it's gonna be like something is there that will fail me. because so the way we talk to ourselves, we say, I'm doing right thing for myself, and I know that in few days I will get better, and I'm getting stronger day by day. I know I don't have to worry about the age, or I don't have to think about it, because we know what it is, and age can be a number. You have seen many people who are in their 80s and they are running marathons, right?
But they do something about it, right?
Yes, so they do something about it. They talk.
They do something about
They
it.
do something about it. Is they talk
To their
themselves
bodies?
they talk in a right manner to themselves. They never say, oh, I'm getting old, so I will be like that, or I'm gonna be on bed because I'm gonna die soon. They never say that, first thing. So it's all about attitude. And secondly, you go to yoga, you go to gym, you do Zumba, and you do weightlift, and you feel strong. That's
Yes.
more than enough. Just focus on that.
Yeah. Don't focus on losing weight.
Yes.
I'm not, but people around me are.
That's
so
what.
it's
That's
not
what
that
she
I let
said,
them
right?
bother me.
The social, how the
Pressures.
society thinks
pressures.
you should be.
Yeah.
You should be
Yeah.
lean.
Yeah.
You should be energetic. You should be running around. That's how a society views a woman, that she should be doing everything. She should have a career. She should have kids. She should run the home. She should be doing everything. And that causes a lot of pressure on the woman.
That's true.
Especially for our generation, because as I remember, my mom, my grandmom, they never used to work.
Yes.
Their only focus,
Expectations were not
their
there.
focus was home and
Yes,
kids.
Exactly.
That's it. But
they
now,
ran enough doing that.
yeah. But now the new
Because there are
generation.
places we kids would run away to.
That's true.
Here, there's not much room, within the four walls mostly.
Right.
Correct? So you're not even really doing much of the running. But coming back to what you were saying, why I'm asking you this is I seriously care. When I hear something that's interesting and when it hits me, I know that I'm interested in it. So I want to really understand it. So like you said, outside pressures have not really bothered me so far. But like when you're saying this now to me, I think when people are saying you're getting older and it'll only get tougher, that somehow caught my attention. Okay, and so maybe that is why I have started thinking this way then, right? That I will, like you said, that I'm thinking, that's what you observed, right? That I'm actually thinking that things are going to go wrong.
Right.
Right? And I have to take care of it. And I thought it caught my attention and I thought I wanted to take care of it. I started going to the gym, which I never did before, ever. Okay, I started doing the weights and a little bit of Zumba because I thought, okay, a little more movement is good enough, every day. So that is good. But people still say that weight is most important to lose, right? So at this point of time, maybe what I'm trying to understand is I want to be a little more mature about this and take this more seriously, and I want to ensure that I'm not making a mistake by not really taking them seriously when they're saying that losing weight is very important. Because in terms of health, like I was telling you earlier, my doctors tell me my blood sugar is great and my what are the other things that you actually have? Blood pressure. Yeah, blood pressure, cholesterol, and sugar levels. Everything is absolutely fine. I don't seem to be having any kind of a problem whatsoever in terms
you're
of
very
my body.
lucky.
Yeah,
You're lucky and you're blessed.
I am, and I'm eating a chocolates even in my bag. I've got them right now, and I do not skip a day without an ice cream. I have to have it. I'm doing all that, but I feel unhealthy. Let me put it this way. I've always believed that I'm very healthy and I'm absolutely fine, but I seriously wanted to once again get it from you when you said that it's okay as long as I'm strong and I'm able to take care of my health. Weight doesn't really matter.
No. It should not, I would rather say. It should not matter. Weight should not matter because every body is different.
Yes.
Fabulous.
Yes.
I like that. I'm really sorry. Okay, so so I think that is perfect. So this is also a different way of understanding. See, everybody has issues. I did seem to have one, right? Though I thought that I was free of everything. Most of it is true, but see, there was one little thing that got my attention and I'm not sure about it. And if I'm going to be thinking more about my body is not going to be able to take this weight, etc., maybe that is exactly what will happen.
Right.
Yes.
I should say one more thing.
Please.
The reason you started working out because something resonate with what they said. So ultimately they said something and you picked on it and you started taking action towards it. Means in your mind you want to do that, or you want to achieve that. So there are certain things that shake you. There are incidences that kind of shakes you, right? And then you take that different path, or you go next step. And those incidences are important. But for our job is not to focus on those incidences, and then our job is to focus on what we can do next about it. And that's what you are doing. So you want to be healthy, and if your body is saying, because something clicked that now in order to be healthy I might want to be lean, then it is what it's your next calling, and you want to do that, and that's why you are doing it.
I am awesome.
You are awesome.
This was beautiful. Okay, so now I want to talk to you about two more things. One is about you getting into modeling so late in life. Talk to me about that.
So this happened. It was very funny how I would rather say it's very interesting how I got into it, because I always used to hear that, because I was tall for my age in my college.
You're a beautiful tall woman.
Thank you.
How tall are you?
So I'm 5'6.5". So I used to, in India, one of my friends used to always tell me, he was into the modeling and doing all this, pursue career there, and he used to say, why don't you go in the modeling? And I said, no, I cannot, because I had those subconscious beliefs that, that's not something that I want to go. I want to go either in the engineering, or, I want to be a doctor, or, whatever. But I found myself talking about it, taking pictures, expressing myself through pictures, through different angles. I've seen your selfies too, so you know what I'm talking about.
Totally.
So expressing myself through pictures. So I was not very good with words. I became good with words later on in expressing, but I was expressing myself. When I was finding myself, I was expressing myself with pictures and photographs. So then I realized that, okay, that's something that I always wanted to be, and subconsciously wanted, but subconsciously I was telling I cannot do it. But when that moment when I started finding answers within, I said, okay, maybe I'm ready for it, because I lost weight. I was like, in a good mode. But I never went for a professional photo shoot, nothing. I was working for a client who was in fashion industry, and then they called me for a fashion show, and I said, oh, that's my first fashion show, and I was in IT and I was working for them, and I said, oh, that would be so cool. I will be sitting on the front seat and first row, and I will be seeing the models. What should I wear? What should I wear? I said, okay, how about I represent my India and I wear Indian sari, because what's wrong in that? Just it's so colorful and festive, and it's beautiful.
Totally.
So I just wore the sari, and then I was the only one who wore such a colorful and then golden and those bright, beautiful colors, and I just wore the smile, which I usually go and wear everywhere. And as you said, a smile is contagious. It attracts people to you, and then they kind of made me walk on the ramp, and then since then. It started.
Wow.
And then I got lucky that I got a couple of people, some people introduced me to some, fashion fashion So I did a modeling bridal, modeling assignment for a bridal wear for a Paris fashion designer for the catalog, and then lately I trained models for a non-profit organization. Again, those women are not model, those are moms, those are homemakers. Some of them are working, but they when you talk to them, they believe that we are not beautiful like model or like you. I said, I am just a woman, models are just a women or girls, and you are beautiful. So the first thing I taught them was, the first thing when I met with them, I said, you know what, you have to say 5 times, close your eyes and say, I am a model, I am a model, I am a model, breathe in and believe it.
Wow.
So it's all about training your subconscious mind.
So true.
You want to drink water?
Yeah, I have to
Close your eyes, close your eyes, breathe in, and say, Vani, remind me of drinking water every hour.
Okay, Vani, please remind me of drinking water every hour.
3 times. 3 times.
Okay, Vani, please be a good girl and remind me every hour to drink water.
One more
Nani,
time.
please remember to remind me to drink water every hour.
Yes.
I'm
This
gonna do
is
that.
And how I came to know about it is when I was little, I was a baby, right? My nani used to tell me, I used to ask her, Nani, how come you wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning? You don't have any alarm. And she says, I just tell myself 3 times, wake me up at 4 o'clock. Wow. And that kind of
Stuck with you.
with me. And I didn't realize it till a couple of years back. And then if that thing works, many other things can work.
You know, I have bottle in front of me. Okay, even at home, at work, I see myself. I see the bottle in front of me. I also know at different times that I should be drinking water, but both those things don't connect any time.
Yeah, because that's true, because your body is telling you, but we are not listening to it.
Just not listening. Right? Just not listening. And training your body to listen to you is again something that your mind has to train the body to do.
Yes.
You have to
Basically,
learn that.
yes. Go ahead.
You have to learn to do that. You have to learn to listen to your body. You have to tell your mind that your body needs to be taken care of. It just doesn't work. It's like a machine which you need to take care of after a certain period of time. It doesn't go on for like 15, 20, 30 years. No, it someday breaks down. It's the same with your body. If you don't take care of it, it's not going to work for you. Human beings stay for like 85 years, 95 years. So you have to take care of it, and you have to train your brain to listen to your body and what it is telling you.
Wow. Wow, girls. I mean, time just flew. I don't know how that happened. But quickly, I don't think we could wrap up this show before I hear from you about what you do in terms of your blogs on positive psychology, your posts on positive psychology, and how I think you have quite a few thousand followers on
Yes,
Facebook.
12,000 followers.
You have 12,000 followers,
Yes.
and you are really blessed that you get this opportunity to be able to share whatever you have learned and understood
That's
about life and yourself with so many others.
Yes, I
yeah, it
agree.
is really, really a blessing, correct?
Yes.
I mean, each one of us here today, I think, will keep thanking, right, God for this blessing.
That's
and
thanking our experience.
and thanking our experiences is a
because
beautiful way to put
that's
it.
what teach you.
Yeah,
But for the experiences, nobody would be where they are.
Yes.
that's
right?
true.
And it's totally us that make or break things, not anybody else, right?
That's true.
Wow. No, quickly tell me about your blogs,
So
anything that you can.
yeah, so basically I started writing about when Facebook came, right? I was feeling empowered when I was posting my pictures, and I saw that many other friends, they started liking the pictures, and it became like, for some people, they said that Facebook is something where people can be jealous of each other, and you
Yeah.
post something that is not. But for me, it became a tool of self-expression.
Yes.
And then I realized that some people who didn't even know me, they started writing me on my personal Facebook page about their life's story. They felt something when they saw me. They felt something and felt compelled to write. So I thought, okay, let's make me a page, because I want to keep my personal account, and let's make it a page where I will be a little more open about expressing my thoughts, and and who wants to listen to them, they will come and join. And within period of 2 years now, I have organic 12,000 followers, and it's not just that. It's not that I'm really
Number.
proud of something,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Not like that. But it's basically not 12,000 followers that kind of touches my heart. What touches my heart is, like, there are people who write their life's story to me, what they're suffering from, and I have people who I'm not going into the depth, but they are suffering from chronic depressions for 21 years or 18 years. They when they talk about their lives, they use terms like darkness and things like that. And when I see myself, because I have traveled the journey from here to here, from darkness means, when we talk about it's like depression, and when we talk about the light means
Realization.
realization. So when I have been through this journey, I can see potential in them, that they can see their own light. It's like, you know, their own strength. So what I do is I become their friend, because they feel they don't have friends. That's why they're writing to a stranger. So then why not I become their friend?
Real friend.
Right? So I just write them back, and when they talk about they write a big issue, I pick one or two things, and they talk about the painting. I draw a painting which was like really dark. I say, what is the favorite color? What is your favorite color? And try to take the conversation to the positive direction.
Wow.
And then I say, think about, you know, if there is some experience and they are expressing that experience to me, and then I talk to them in terms of they're like, if suppose she's a painter, right? So I talk to them in terms of the paints and in the canvas. I say, think about your you know, experience as a dried canvas with bad you know, painting on it. Now just take a white paint brush, you know, take a brush filled with thick white paint and coat it. Now let it dry, and now draw your favorite color is purple. Let's draw a beautiful purple flower. It's basically what I'm doing is like subconsciously I'm wiping their memory, and I'm not wiping, but I'm just you know, putting something else to associate
in perspective.
Beautiful. Exactly.
Wow.
So when they think about that, now they have a tool to wipe it, and then you know, bring something. Think about something beautiful.
That's so beautiful. Wow, we're all up for time, but I would have loved to speak so much more. Tell me something quickly. Can you tell our audience how they could connect with you on Facebook? Probably.
Sure. So I want to have a disclaimer. I am not a professional psychologist or anything. I am just a friend, and if you want to connect with me, then please connect. Go to Facebook, and you can type Khushi Sinha Official, search for me, and you will find me there. Thank you.
What about you, Shubda? People can reach out to you too. I mean, your journey in terms of how you were able to, you know, fight some serious health issues and get to where you have got to. Maybe similar people with some similar conditions could reach out to you.
Oh, sure, they can. I mean, I would really love to help people and try them understand what this is exactly, because still people are really unaware of what autoimmune disorder is.
Totally.
Because it's a serious problem, and people need to think about it, because a lot of people might have it, but it's really hard to diagnose it. So if there is help, the way I got from Khushi, she was a ray of light for me, and if I can be that for someone else, I would be really
carry
happy.
the baton, right? Yeah,
Yes.
continue to carry that baton. I love that.
Yes.
Please, so you want to share your Facebook? Do you have a Facebook? You don't.
I do have, but
You're not really doing on that.
Yes, no.
That's okay. That's absolutely okay. But you know what? Whatever you shared with us today was good enough, right? I mean, people understand that somebody around you, who knows?
Yeah.
You know, somebody will find you
You want
somewhere.
to add about your blog you were talking about, that we are in the process of doing that?
I'm still thinking about it. I'm not sure about it. So let's see. Maybe in future I might I might start writing blogs to help out people.
So
with
you
these.
are actually encouraging her to do it, I guess. I think you're continuing.
I should not take the credit. It was her husband's idea, but I said, please go for it, because I know now when I need any help in terms of physical, you know, physically, if I need any help. So
she's the one to go to.
She's the one to go to.
Fabulous, fabulous. Girls, you were so amazing today. I just can't thank you girls enough. Alrighty.
I should say the same for you.
It was bliss. I loved this experience with all of you, and I can't thank you all enough. All right, and this was truly peace within, right? That's what we say. This was the Peace from Within episode of United Voice of Women. Thank you extremely for being here. And I'm so short of words, which I usually am not. So thank you. And hey, everybody out there, thank you so much for joining us. And I hope this episode turned out to be as enlightening as it was for me. If you're holding hands, I would love to hold one hand as well and keep that energy flowing. Correct? Yes. So we are all together. That is united. You want to do that with me?
Sure.
United, you. Okay, so that's united. Voice of Women.
Yay.
Do not forget to join us right here every Sunday. United Voice of Women. Till then, keep smiling. Love you.